Okay, hello everybody. This is Amy at Crafty Cat. Sorry, I was having trouble with my camera. So we're going to continue working on our envelope journal, and I just realized it looks wonky. What did I do? I must have cut it weird. And I have discovered a few things, so hence the cutting of this. I realized that this would have to be cut open so that I could cover the inside because it's so white. And I know I'm going to have a tag in there, but I just really want something in there. I'll worry about fixing that later. So I have a piece of my floral pockets and pages. So I'm going to just put that in there because I think that'll look nice. And then that way when you take the tag in and out, it's not just this glaring white back there. So I didn't even think of that when I was doing this the other day, or yesterday it was, wasn't it? So anyhow, I have remedied the problem, I think. We're going to try to remedy the problem. How's that? And I've decided that a large journaling card that I made Friday is not going to go in this journal. It just doesn't go. Somebody was right. It's too abstract for the look of this. So, or for what I'm trying to do. If I'd have gone abstract, it would have been fine. But I didn't want to do that. So I don't do a ton of abstract. A little maybe here and there. See, this is always the problem that I have. And let's not put it in upside down. Were you yelling at me? I'm sorry. I am a wreck today. It's been one of those very stressful days trying to get the Glowforge working, and it is just giving us fits. So I'm about ready to throw it out the window. Is what might happen. And if I don't, my husband might. Like there's some tech that we're okay at, others not so much, and that happens to be the not so much thing. This is what drives me crazy when I try to do these. It's best if you open it entirely, but I did not, so I'm just going to fight with it until we get it straight, so I apologize. Usually, if I have half of it open, I can get it straight, but when your fingers are sticking to it, it's difficult. Okay, I think I hopefully got it that time. Hopefully, I did. Okay. Hallelujah. So yeah, it's just been one of those kind of icky days trying to figure that out. I don't know that we're ever going to figure it out at this rate. But all you can do is try, right? And hope. I'm going to use a little rubbing alcohol and see if I can get that little spot of glue off of here. I can't tell if it's on the inside or the outside. I think it's on the outside, which would be so much easier. Okay, does it look all right? I think it's okay. This window was kind of beat up to begin with. So, oh, there's one right there. Where was it? You got to get it in just the right light to be able to see the glue. Okay. Hopefully that's good. All right. So then the other thing was I have to seal it back closed again. So I think I'm going to use this music page to do that. It needs to come all the way down to the bottom though, because otherwise it won't get sealed. So then the top will get sealed with the next piece. So I'm just going to put glue on it and then we'll wrap it around. But we got to do this first. I want to move this out of my way. So how are you guys doing? I hope you're having a fantastic day, a much less stressful day than I am. want to say hugs and blessings to Trish, Sandy, Diana, and Janelle. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you for always kind comments. I really appreciate all of you very much. And welcome to new subscribers. Welcome back to those of you that have been with me short time, long time, however much time. Yeah. So, yeah, that's so kind of you. So now I'll wrap this around. That'll seal that envelope so that it's not hanging open anymore. I feel like I got it too far hanging out over here. We had a lovely sunny morning. Now it's all cloudy again, sadly. But hopefully it'll start being sunny more. All right, that looks good. Now I need a piece up there. I might use this. This is some scrapbook paper. Let me grab the pad of paper. It looks like this. It's Park Lane, but I've had this for a couple of years, so I don't even know if they have it anymore. Well, it's Joann's is the other thing. And as far as I know, they went out of business or are going out of business everywhere, so... But, you know, you could look around at other papers. It doesn't have to be this paper. I mean, if you scrapbook or whatever, you probably have a paper that will work just fine. So, yeah, it shouldn't be too much problem. I'm just kind of eyeballing. I think that'll be a good amount. And I want it torn on this end. And then that is going to have to wrap around too. So we'll tear it about like that. And that'll give us a little bit of, oops, hangover on that. Okay, that worked okay. All right, I like it. And then maybe we'll put, I like this butterfly. Put this butterfly on the outside, and I don't care if I, you know, do the plastic thing. This was a piece of that quote-unquote scrapbook paper from Amazon. Actually, like I've said before, is fabulous for collaging and things. So it's just not a very big piece of paper to begin with, but that's a good size butterfly. You know what I could do? I wonder if I could cover that. I don't want to even, I don't want to go there. Probably make it worse, so it'll just have a little ding on the front. It is real honest junk mail, so. All right, so that is that part. And then we're going to do a new journaling card. So I have these are like invoices, I guess you could say. And I got these from Allie, the Cockney Crafter. And I've had them for years and years and years and years. And I don't even know if she has a shop still. I just found them in my stash and was like, ooh, these would kind of look cool with all this. So I grabbed them out. But I will check over there, and if I find them, they'll be in the description box. If not, there's loads of people that have things like this. You know what I mean? It's not super hard or uncommon to find these type of pages. So I'm going to put that piece down first. I'll actually just do this. It's the same top or bottom, doesn't matter. Just makes it easier to see when you get it as close as you can to yourself. And I clearly didn't get it very straight, but that's okay. It'll be fine. So what kind of things are you guys up to? Anything fun or interesting or big projects? Or I bet some of you have grandkids out of school. You might be hanging out with them some this summer. That would be definitely fun. Definitely. All right, I think I'm just going to glue this down, and then I'm going to cut whatever is hanging over there because this paper is just disintegrating as we speak. So I think I want it like that. Yeah, I do. Okay. I had to make sure. I need a new page here. Because that paper will stick and just fall apart. So I'm going to have to be really careful gluing it. Because it's old. Very old. These pages were sent to me as a gift, and so thank you. And so I also don't know like what they came out of. I think it might have been Linda. I don't know. I can't remember. But they're very cool. Very cool indeed. Oh, of course it had to flip over and grab onto the magazine. So like I said, I'll just cut off whatever is over the edge. Because it's real cool and I don't want to mess it up. It's like the best thing you can do is glue these to something else if you want to keep enjoying them, because they just disintegrate so bad. It's not long for the world otherwise. Okay, and then we're going to use a piece of this. I know we're covering up some of that, but that's kind of the way it goes. Okay. I think this will be a much better look for this book than what I had before. Sometimes I like that juxtaposition of like old and new and those kind of things, but for some reason that one was just not working for me at all. But that happens. We make things thinking they'll work, and then they just don't. Just scooch it up a little. Again, I'll just trim it. Because I never tear straight, so it never ends up lining up perfectly. That's going to actually get, some of it's going to get covered. I have this, it's another language. Sorry, I'm not sure what. But it is rag paper, so that's kind of cool. Don't have much of that. I think I got this from Rachel at Roxy Creations. I don't ever find anything like that around here, that's for sure. Much older than the things we find here out west. For sure. I have to make sure I have this Tim Holtz picture of these kiddos. And they're so cute. So yeah, I don't know which pack this is, but you guys probably have seen Tim Holtz has all sorts of old photo things. So it's like a pack, and there's different size photos in it. So it's not just this size, you know. Try to think how I want that. I think that'll work. They're so cute. I was thinking when I was looking at Pinterest yesterday, I was looking at old, like, Civil War era dresses and stuff like that. And, you know, on Pinterest, they just show you all kinds of stuff. And then they had, like, modern clothes there, too. And I'm thinking, man, what a difference. It's just crazy. I think that's why I love the old photos so much. They just always look fabulous. I like that. Fabulous, fabulous. I'll put that about there. Then I have some lace and things. I'm just kind of put that along there. And my sister made me this little, what would you call that? You know, the hand stitching that everybody loves to do. Anyway, that. And I think that'll look cute. And then that will go down in that pocket. I'll round the corners and stuff, but I think I like that. Just want that a little bit. Just a little bit. Okay, so this is going to be the tricky bit, and I'll probably do some stitching because I always do. Oh, I need to put the picture on first. Thank you for whoever was yelling at me. I appreciate it. I need all the help I can get. It's been a day, let me tell you. Had that thing all torn apart, and it scares me when we take it all apart because I'm afraid we're not going to get it back together and working and all of that. It's just been a headache and a half. I actually told the guy the last time on the phone, I am not a mechanic. Like, this is not my wheelhouse at all. Taking that thing apart. I know you guys are probably sick of hearing about it. You're like, yeah, we got it. Thanks. Apologize. It's just, when you're rambling, you ramble about the things that are topmost in your brain, right? So that's what has got me all, I don't know what you'd call it, wound, I guess, and stressed. Yeah, I'm probably going to have to run a stitch across there because some of these things don't want to hang on to the glue. It's very cute though. I'll just put the glue right on the cheesecloth. Yeah, my sister's lucky. She doesn't have the hand problems that I have. So she can do that little tedious stitching and whatnot. I mean, I can do it. I just, because I need to fussy cut so many things, I kind of, you know, pick my poison, I guess you could say. Which thing I'm going to do. So I've just decided I'm not even going to get into doing this, even though I love it. So she does little goodies for me. Okay. Now I need my rounder, but I don't know where I put it. Oh, goodness sakes. I guess I'm not rounding it right now. I'll do it later. But it's going to go in here. And you can see that fabric, or that cheesecloth gets a little messed up. So, well, you know what? When I stitch, I'll run a stitch across that, so that will help. So I'm not going to worry about it right now. And then we have a piece of this I'm going to put up here. Do I want it that way or this? I think I'll go this way. It's just old vintage lace. Find sort of the middle there. And that'll get tacked down when I stitch it. I never managed to put it in the middle somehow. Okay, so I think I definitely like that better. And I'm not going to worry about the cheesecloth at the minute. It's not going to hurt it to get squished up a little bit. Yes, I definitely like that better for sure. Okay, then the other thing I had ready for today, I'll work on that more, is I'm going to do the envelope that's going to go right here. So I've already inked it, but I didn't put my little piece of paper in yet. I'm just going to, you know, put a piece of paper. And again, I opened the side, so I'll have to close it with another piece of paper. Because I had this end open and trying to put this in with glue on from the top. Don't even try it. Unless you're far more talented than I. Because, whoa. That's just a heartache waiting to happen. I don't know why I'm inking that. Because I'm goofy like that. It kind of becomes like, just get it in there and stick it down. Hope for the best. Ugh. I think it worked. It looks pretty good. Okay, so we don't need this sitting here while we decorate this envelope. I like that much better. Okay. Some old book page. This one has pretty cool. I don't know if this is that same old paper, but it definitely has a nice consistency. I want that one there, or what was I doing? I think this one's this one's the right size. I'm a goof. Doesn't matter. It'll need to be inked anyway. But of course, you can use any papers. Like if there's already papers you have, or you have scrapbook paper you want to use, I would definitely use a thinner scrapbook paper than a heavy duty one, because it'll just give you so much thickness that, you know, that's not great when you're trying to do these kind of things. But definitely a thinner scrapbook paper would work, because that's what, you know, that pad paper I just showed you, that's what that is a thin scrapbook paper. So, or some book page, you know, it'd be cool to cover, you know, all of them in just different book pages, like some lighter, some darker, whatever, like that. That would be really cool. And just go for the neutral look. Definitely be fun. Okay, and that's going to go in there, and I'm going to fold that over. And I printed this. I don't even know what this is. I think it's that when I worked at the church, we used to call it God paper. Because they printed the programs, or not programs, but, you know, each week's, I don't know what to call it, but a program. You know, what the sermon was going to be and all that on there. And then sometimes they would have leftover and whatever. So they gave me a stack of that. And it's a lot thinner than copy paper. And I printed it on that. So I don't know what it actually is. We just called it God paper. But anyway. It works nicely for those old receipts and things, because it kind of makes them feel more authentic, I guess you could say. I have this and this and this. I think this was going to go... No, that was the extra of the other one, huh? I think I was going to put some of this up here. I want part that doesn't have any... Just words. That's what I want, just words. We don't have to wrap this one around. Oh, that wasn't the best. That's why I inked it. That's why I inked the whole envelope, because I always miss spots. Yeah, this paper, I guess the closest I could say, kind of like that newsprint paper that some people use and print things like that on for journals. That's about as close as I could describe it as. And I want these butterflies like that. I cut, this was, this large butterfly was on the same piece of paper as this. And you can see how thin it is when I do this. It's very thin. But the images are great, nice and clear. glue all over that. Okay, then I have this I wanted to put on here because I just liked it. And this is from one of the Sears and Roebuck reprint books. Oh, what I was going to put across. Oh, washi. I want some of that blue washi. Turquoise, whatever color it is. Whatever you want to call it. See, that's a problem. There's those on the back, too. That's just the way it goes. And I think I'll just wrap it around or trim it off or whatever after I get it on here. I'm going to cover that much of the butterfly. Just trim the bottom. This needs some glue because once again I didn't fix my envelopes. This is the back, but you still don't, you know, want it coming apart. That's going to get glued down, so you're not even going to see the back of that one. And I didn't come up with anything to put in there. Did not get that far. Hopefully you won't hear my husband yelling. He's just at his wit's end. He's calling, I think, the Glowforge place again. He's pretty handy. Like, he's good at fixing stuff, too. But, ugh. And he's better with technology than I am. Just trying our patience, though, I must say. Maybe I want that butterfly up there. It escaped. It's an escaped butterfly. And the other thing is they keep wanting, I think I've said it before, they keep wanting us to send pictures. I think I already said that. Sorry. But yeah, it's like, take everything apart. All right. This one is going to go on here like so. And I like it, but I need to cover this with, I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to cover it with. Use some of this maybe. Some ABCs. 1, 2, 3s. That would work. And again, you don't have to cover, like if you're going to make your own, you don't have to cover any of this stuff. I just love, this is my favorite part about doing journals. So like I want to cover things, decorate things, do all that. But you don't have to. If you want to do the true quote unquote junk journal, you can just use, you know, that stuff and whatever you want with it. I'm going to go all the way over into this envelope a little bit, I think, to the very edge of it. So I think then we'll go right up to, or do I want to go over that line to, how far? How now, brown cow? How about all the way over here? Oh my gosh, I think Mitzi said that the other day. See, Mitzi? You say it and I'm like a little mimic or something. That's funny. But yeah, that's what it's kind of like. I don't know, brown cow. tear this one off. And the cool part, if you tear a couple lines, then you can use those ABCs somewhere, because those will be fun. I mean, like, you could just, boop. Yep, we'll keep that. And then, where am I taking this one to? Goes all the way to the top. All the way to the tippity top. Oh, I just moved it. Sorry, sorry, sorry. We're going to try to get it as even as we can. I would not use, if you're going to cover things, try not to use too thick of a junk mail. Like, you know how some of the things you get are like a really thick, glossy cardstock stuff? That stuff is very hard to cover and not turn so thick that you're just like, I can't even fold it or do anything with it. And if you're going to use any of the glossy stuff, like for tags, because it is good for that, make sure you sand it just like we do for the playing cards, because it's same as playing cards. You'll just peel the paper off later if you don't give it some tooth for the paper to hang on to, because that glossy stuff is just too glossy. It just doesn't work. So make sure you do that. Remove that. We're going to put that in there. And we'll just put ink wherever the white is hanging out. That's the trick. That's the reason for inking. I don't know how people do it when they don't ink. Because, like, some things it works fine, but other things you're like, I don't like the way that's hanging out over there, that color. Or whatever. Oopsie. Oh, you know what? That's upside down. Oh boy. It might be bedtime. Forget dinner. Let's live crooked. And then we're also going to have to make sure, which I did, we don't want to glue our pockets closed. Luckily, these envelopes lift, like, you see that? Has a little lifty area right there. That's handy dandy. This one, I don't know, but let's see. Oh, look at, there we go. Okay, that worked. And now I need one of those little smudgy things. Sticky erasers. Oh my goodness, guys, I keep burying everything in my paper mess. Oh well, I guess I don't need a sticky thing. I don't know where I put it. All right, now this can go on here. And I think that'll look good. Where's our fold at? Should probably figure that out. Okay, so this one folds over. And it's gonna fold right there. And you probably should wait for it to dry if you're smart, because you don't want it getting messed up. So I think about Here should be good. Then this one folds. There's a perforation right there too. Not too bad. Okay. I really kind of need that because I need to figure out where is the middle here. And we could put this on as a, I don't think I want a belly band because we have this flipping out and all that. And I think we'd start getting like stuff in the way. So I think I'll just glue that straight down and not worry about belly bands. And oh, you know what I do need though? Is a thumb notch. Oh, that's white. You see how this goes. This ledger is in the kit, the Floral Pockets and Pages kit. Always have to forget something, right? Now, if you were smart, you would cover it with the piece that's in there. Yes. I know some people are like, why didn't you just cover that when you put that piece in? That would be far too easy. Why would I do that? Silly goose. Okay, this. Amy, focus. Your focus needs more focus. That's an understatement. It didn't love the, between the tape and the window plastic, it wasn't super happy about that, but it did it. Okay. Now we glue. And you don't have to wrap around if you're, you know, like I'm covering this. So yeah, why did I wrap it around? Well, I just did. Well, yeah, we had to close the envelope, but if you don't have to close the envelope, you don't need to wrap it around. I think it was about like a little more this way. That looks pretty good, I think. So we're using up quite a bit of stuff as far as envelopes go, right? And you could make it bigger. So, you know, if you're like, it's not a very big one, it's not, but you could definitely add more envelopes. So we'll just keep going along this vein, I guess you could say. And do our book. Oh yeah, I was going to fix that, huh? I'm going to have to get a straight edge and do that. But anyways, there it is, our cover. And these flip, flip, flip. That looks good with that. I like it. Much better. And I don't know what I'll put in here now that I took that other one out, but I'm not going to worry about that at the minute. All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed that. I hope you have a fantastic rest of your day, and we will chat again soon. Love ya. Bye.